Hello, welcome to our daily tip number 28. I had a few people ask me about different types of stained glass builds, and when I started looking into this, I realized there are a multiple of ways to do stained glass. I'm going to cover a few here just to give you a brief overview. But this is something, if you want to get into doing stained glass for your own builds, you should definitely take a look at different designs that are out there. So here are some common methods. First off, we have this one, which is used quite a bit, is taking some fence pieces. I'll pop this apart so you can see. And popping the pips, the translucent pips, into the spaces, and then that will let the light bleed through. This is just connected with a couple of plates and then a couple of bricks with studs on the side. This one's nice because it easily fits into any build. It's exactly 6 wide, and it's going to have studs on the top and bottom, so very easy to fit in. Another one that's used a lot is using this piece here, your turntable, but actually just using the base. And what you'll end up with, if you put the pips in like we did with the fence piece, is the light bleeding through the front, and these parts acting like the lead that they use to lock in the different parts of a stained glass. If you put it all together into a window, it looks like this. And an easy way to do that is take a clear plate, just mount that on a window frame, give yourself a nice window frame edge and a sill, and there we go. This one obviously is going to have to mount with brackets onto your walls, but still very easy to implement. If you have watched the section we did on decorative windows, this is built using the same style construction as Larry Lars does. So there's brackets on the sides here, and then we just put some downturned teeth all around for a decorative element. So the inside here, we have bricks going this way, and we have bricks going this way. And I wanted to demonstrate that, which is why I only did that single line down the middle, just to show you how that works. So you can vary your spacing here. This one happens to be 6 wide, but you can go narrower or wider, of course. So that is another option to do. Of course, Larry's windows, the studs point up. So easily enough, you could have the studs going this way and creating your design that way. Another one, this is based off of the same concept, which I just used the brackets on the side here to hold it together. But I created like a little zigzag pattern with the orange bricks and went a little bit more decorative and got an X going. But this is the same concept where we're building out from one side and the other side. One more is this idea where you take a regular window frame and you friction fit some studs and some cheese wedges into that to create kind of a mottled shattered glass effect. This is definitely the most tricky, and it can lead to a lot of frustration because it is friction fit, which means if you dropped it, all those cheese wedges would fall out. So there's a couple ways to fix this, and I know that if you're a Lego purist and you think that everything should be built with Lego, that this is cheating. But it's going to save a lot of frustration if you're trying to build this way. So let me demonstrate. We dropped it, nothing's coming out. If I did that normally, I would guarantee that some of these cheese wedges would fall out, and once one falls out, the rest will just fall apart. The trick to this is good old Scotch tape. If you take a couple pieces of that, after you get your window design in, you're going to design it from the back, and then take a couple of pieces of Scotch tape, put them across. It's not going to do any damage to your Lego. It's just going to hold them in place. And then you can trim the edge off and get a nice clean window that way. And then you can put this in your building without worrying about cheese wedges and plates going flying everywhere. So these are, as I mentioned, just some simple concepts into how to do stained glass. There are literally as many ways you can think to combine translucent bricks to make patterns as you can imagine. One way I've seen recently is using the translucent rods and ever so carefully placing them into a frame and then having the light project up from the bottom like that. So reminiscent, if you're an old fogey like me, of the light bright. You used to take those and punch in the holes and the light would reflect off the back. Well, that's kind of the same way as those translucent rods work. So let me turn off the lights. I'm going to get a little USB light and I'm going to shine these up through so you can see the effects. So there's our red and orange window. There's our one that's just in the frame, the yellow. That really refracts the light really well. Here's our windows in the base of the turntable piece. This is our big panel yellow one. And finally, the one with the fence pieces. So hopefully this inspires you to go out and try different stained glass designs. There's many more to choose from. If you found this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Keep dreaming in bricks. Bye-bye.